There's Wes Newton right there.
John and Chip.
Hi.
Good morning, Wes Newton.
Yes, smaller than life.
Wes Newton.
I don't know how I got on widescreen and you can see all that stuff behind me. I hate it.
I don't know what to do. I guess I don't know either what to do there because it's it's what your camera's looking at basically.
Yeah. Don't look at the stuff behind me. Don't look at the stuff behind the man.
I got too much stuff back there too, so.
Well, this is all stuff drugged from another room so that he's working on. So
Okay. I've just been a hoarder. I gotta find time and clean up.
yeah, well, that's my problem too. A day of reckoning has come.
Okay.
I have to go through stuff and eliminate about half my stuff.
Yeah. I'm trying to focus on outside things right now, and when it gets colder, I'll focus on inside things.
Well, that's what I'm doing. That's why everything's just laying around here.
Yeah.
Is Brent still there?
I think he stepped away.
I see. I can only see you. I can't see anybody else.
Oh,
morning, Chip. Morning, John.
Hi. I recognize the voice.
Yes, my lovely voice.
You can't see anybody, Chip?
Do what?
You said you couldn't see anybody?
Yeah, I can only see you. I can only see one person.
Well, you can change that.
in the
How?
upper right.
Upper right, there should be a thing that says view.
It might say, well, let's see. It says gallery view, I think.
Mine just says view up in the upper right.
And you don't see it till you hover up there.
Somewhere on your screen, you can change the view from speaker view to gallery view.
I don't see anything like that.
You don't
see the words view anywhere?
This page is accessing your camera and microphone. Bookmark. McAfee. Maybe this is, no, that's for games.
Should be under the kind of gray line.
Yeah. Let me push this and see what it does. I may have to come back.
Morning, Sylvia. Morning, Dan.
Oh.
Dan.
No. Okay, I don't want to mess things up, so I'll just see you all one at a time.
Morning, Sue.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Hi, John.
Morning, Sylvia.
Hi, Sylvia.
Hi, Chip.
Good morning, Dan.
Morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Morning, Sue.
Oh, we get two Dans.
Dan's watching on his phone. Yeah. How about that? You're on there twice.
It's like Dan in stereo.
Dan in stereo.
He is. He's in two pictures.
Does that mean I'm really important?
Well,
Evidently,
probably.
you can speak as we instead of me.
Yeah.
He's here at Quaker Haven with me. We took a tour of the camp yesterday.
Oh, okay. Is he returning from Canada?
He is.
Yeah, I was what, almost 2 months up in Canada. My son said, stay here where it's safe. But I think it was time to go home.
Yeah.
Time to
I would have
check on
taken his advice.
corn crop,
Oh, yeah.
picking it up off the ground to harvest it.
Okay.
Morning, Sue.
Good morning.
Picking the corn up
About
off the ground to
harvesting?
harvest it does not sound like much fun.
About harvesting land.
Yes, they are harvesting. Well, Steve's right here beside me. He's gonna join the meeting here in a little bit, but yes, they switched from beans to corn this week because the beans were not, it's too overcast for the beans to dry off anytime during the day, so they switched to corn and have been doing quite a bit of that. So they'll be back at it here pretty soon. Morning, Caroline.
Good morning.
Caroline's a member of College Avenue Friends in Oskaloosa.
Oh, okay.
She's a second cousin.
I don't think I need this one, do I?
Probably not.
It just confuses people.
We've already.
That's Princess. When you show your face. There we go.
Aw.
Oh, what a pretty
Go
kitty.
No, you can't get up there. Come on, get down.
Dan Bean, are you ready to go for a ride tomorrow?
If it's going to be sunny, I am.
I was gonna say,
Okay. Yeah.
there are no
So-
side
so-
windows. So
I'm asking for sunny and warm, please.
it's only gonna be in the 60s, so I have to bundle up.
Hi, Betty.
Thanks, the mic's on.
Hello.
So did everybody have a good week?
Yep.
Yep. Mhm.
I was given an unwanted gift of 6 kittens.
Oh,
And now I'm having to hand feed them all.
Oh,
wow.
gee.
oh,
You know you like that, Chip.
You always have a collection of animals. Mhm.
I do. It goes along with the hoarder thing.
It's like Dr. Doolittle at your house.
Yeah.
so how did you acquire 6 kittens?
They were doing work on the guttering and the window well. The cat jumps out of the window well and she had babies there. And we had to move them, and I moved them to a dog house or a cat house where the other cat had kittens. and she never came back. I mean, she looks at me like, you take care of them now. So I had to bring them all in.
How old are they?
Oh, at least a month. They're walking around, their eyes are open. My other two cats can't stand them.
Caroline and Lynn's and my great grandmother are the same person.
Okay.
We're second cousins.
Got a text from Stan this morning.
I
Yeah,
see.
Said he's doing well. Well, it had all kinds of emojis and everything around it. Beth to let, and then there's a church emoji. No. How we are doing. It has a piano keyboard, electric guitar, trumpet, drums, a sun, coffee. And it says, great except for an occasional ouch. So I'm wondering if he's on pain medication with all those emojis.
Could be.
Over enthusiastic even for Stan.
Stan's doing fairly well. He sent a text to Brent this morning. Morning, Norma.
Hi, good morning.
good
I
one.
hear you have a county champion in cross
That's
country.
Yes.
That's correct. She is. Yes,
Granddaughter, cross country.
Oh, we're all
Yes.
proud of her.
yes, that's Emma.
Yeah. Great.
It's exciting to say that we know her too, that she's one of ours, even though she really isn't, but we're all proud of her too.
USF radio Norma.
Oh,
This young 16-year-old.
Yeah.
This old lady, she loves it. Is it raining in Mooresville, John?
Not at the moment. Anyway, it's in the forecast. It says it should be, but it's not right now.
Had a nice
like-
gentle rain all night here at Quaker Haven.
It's
Okay,
like all
we
the
just-
other rain we're supposed to get. It just evaporates before it gets here.
Right.
We had some real small showers last night, or short showers. When we're driving.
Sun's coming out here now. Been since
Morning, Nancy.
16th, I think. Hey, David.
Morning.
Hi, Dave.
Hi there.
Morning, Dave.
A little soggy down here in South Florida.
Ah,
You can send some of it up our way if you can manage to do that.
I wish we could. We had Wednesday, the rain gauge ran over at 5.5 inches. I dumped it and had 2
Oh
more
my
in.
gosh.
Oh my
Wow.
Really?
Thursday, I had 3 inches, Friday, 2 inches, yesterday, 2 inches, and this morning, 3. So
Oh, my.
Wow.
I wish we could ship some to you. We really don't need any more right now.
Right.
How's the harvest going, Steve?
Oh, am I unmuted? I can't, yeah, it's going good. Corn is coming out of the field at 15% moisture,
Wow.
so that's nice.
How's your bushel per acre going?
The field that we're in there by the house is 215 plus
Wow.
dry, so that's nice.
You bet.
First good
Beans?
crop we've had since 2013.
Oh, well, say the best.
Yes,
Good. Beans out yet?
some of them. So,
They're doing all right?
They're doing well, doing well. Yep. Yeah, the weather's got us out of the bean field into the corn.
Uh,
I hear you've had a little rain down your way.
Yeah, we were just talking about that. We'd like to send a few railroad cars full up to you.
Well, wait till we're done harvesting, if you would.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
thought.
Yeah, we
I
tried
just
Norma's
sent you
beans this
the
last
cookie.
week and they were just a little too wet, too green in spots. So
That's what I thought. I
have-
noticed you
you'll have to
opened,
hold off on getting your check for a few days.
okay. Yeah, I noticed you opened the field on both ends and then went away.
Right.
What's going on with the harvest in Iowa?
It's going on all around us. It's in full throttle. The people that farm our farm haven't done ours yet, but he seems to do ours last, even though I think he got it in first. So I don't know what the deal is. And we can tell where the derecho did knock some down now, since the corn's not green anymore. So there is some damage.
About yours,
So
Dan?
up at Marshalltown. Oh, not near as bad as Marshalltown. Marshalltown's horrible.
So the first 80 acres they did at our place was 70 bushels to the acre.
Ooh.
And probably 80% of the corn has just been disked under without even being harvested. But yesterday they sent a note, said they were in 180 bushels. And it was flat on the ground, but they kind of were slowly going through the field.
Picking it up from the opposite way the wind blew, I guess.
Yeah.
Need to get a bunch of these restaurant workers that are out of work up there to hand shuck it.
That's a good. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's leaving a lot of it on the ground. That's what the cows are for.
Well, it's time to begin, so welcome everyone. And it's good to have everyone here. I gave a quick report that Stan's doing well. We heard from him. Are there other joys or concerns to share before we enter into worship?
Well, I had mentioned last week my 6-year-old great niece who they thought had eye cancer. It turns out that it's not that. They haven't decided exactly what it is yet, but at least it doesn't appear to be cancer. So that's something to be grateful for. She has a follow-up test with a retina specialist in a couple of weeks.
Dan Berger.
My recovery is continuing. My chin hair seems to be growing in faster than the top of my head hair, but it's all the white ones that are coming in first. So I don't know if it's going to come back in all white or not.
The hair problem is actually your age rather than your disease.
You don't think chemistry had anything to do with it?
No.
No, I have more energy and feeling a little better every day. As you can see, I'm not at home. I'm at Chris's house in Elkhart.
Must be his daughter. Okay, and then it was his daughter and his granddaughter last week. They're separate, different places.
Well, let's continue to remember Stan and Dan and their recoveries, as well as all those who are dealing with COVID, including the President and First Lady. And if you would, you can put yourselves on mute pretty soon. I'm the worship leader, and I'll lead out the silence when led. Well, today is World Quaker Day, in case you didn't know that. A few years ago, Friends World Committee for Consultation started picking a Sunday in October, the first Sunday, to be World Quaker Day, to be celebrated around the globe. And it was loosely modeled after Britain's Quaker Week that they have every year. I was talking to Simon Best one time in Britain about how they got to proclaim Quaker Week, in Britain. And he goes, well, it's not like we asked the Queen or anything. So they just picked a week and do Quaker emphasis. So Friends World Committee followed their lead, and today's the day. And the theme for this year's is, what does it mean to be a Quaker today? Living a faithful life in a changing world. And I think that question, what does it mean to be a Quaker today, is often closely aligned with a statement that I often hear that is, well, Quakers do it this way. And one thing I found interesting in my years of traveling among friends and serving among friends is that almost every Quaker or Quaker group I visit, it sometimes comes up with that, well, here's what it means, it means to be this. Here's how we do things. I'll never forget at one friend's meeting when I was pastor, and it shortly arrived, one of the members came up and wanted to know what we were going to do for Masonic Sunday. And I was rather floored, frankly. And he said, because at this church, we've always done Masonic Sunday. And since that was against faith and practice, the idea of secret societies, although I know at least 2 superintendents of Western Yearly Meeting who were members of the Masons. I made arrangements to be gone that Sunday. If they wanted to continue that, then they could do that. But I registered my disbelief. But, well, that's the way Quakers do it here. And then later, that same individual, when we were doing some remodeling in the meeting, particularly the meeting room, we found out this meeting had some stained glass windows. They didn't depict anything. They were just stained glass. We found that there had been 2 beautiful stained glass windows that were behind the choir loft that were stored down in the basement. They were Tiffany windows, actually. And so some folks wanted to put that in, and this same individual was very clear about how Quakers did do Masonic Sunday in that meeting, was very clear that we couldn't put those stained glass windows back in because that was against the simplicity testimony. So I'm always kind of amused by how when people say, well, here's how Quakers do things, it's how, for them, it's how it's done in their particular meeting. And that seems to be pretty universal. We may at West Newton say, well, here's how Quakers do things because that's how we do it. When I went to Chestnut Hill Friends meeting in Philadelphia, I heard that phrase about, well, here's how Quakers do things. And I was reading in Britain's Faith and Practice this morning. Well, I'll wait to get to that about how we do things. But it is important to remember, I think, even in this period of social isolation, and we are just mostly, when we're fortunate, seeing each other even via Zoom, that we are really part of an international fellowship. And it's broader than Friends United meeting that we're very familiar with, and its constituent yearly meetings and Friends. It's broader than Friends General Conference. It's broader than Evangelical Friends International. It truly is all around the globe. You know, there are 500,000 Quakers, which is in the grand scheme of world population is minuscule. There was a thing about the great world religions and the who was leading the largest religions. It showed was the margin of error was plus or minus 500,000. So we're not even a statistical blip on the world religious scene, except that as Jesus says, wherever 2 or 3 are gathered, I am there. And Quakers do have a powerful witness, I believe, in this world. World Quaker Day, if you think about the global impact, actually started, this day about 13 hours ago at the international date line and started moving across. And so friends in Japan, all 200 of them, in New Zealand, Australia, Kenya, East Africa, up across Russia, all the way to where we are today. And while we're sitting here, there are other friends in this part of the world who are worshiping at the same time we are. Gathering is the mystical body of Christ on this world, bound somehow to each other, even though at times we forget that. And I think it's important to remember in this time when we feel so isolated, so alone, that we are part of the religious society of friends. As I started to say earlier, I was reading in Faith and Practice about Britain's Faith and Practice about their statement about what it means to be part of the worldwide fellowship. And so I printed it out and changed the words Britain Yearly Meeting to West Newton Meeting. And they write, and I've adapted, in the world family of friends, there is a rich variety of experience, some of which is unfamiliar to friends in the West Newton Meeting. Some friends make frequent and joyful use of song and Bible study, I would add, and dancing and other things, and may be led by a pastor. For others, silent waiting on God is the basis of worship from which vocal ministry develops. Many friends have a vivid experience of personal salvation through the teaching, life, death, and resurrection of Jesus Christ. Many others hesitate to express their deepest spiritual experiences in words. It is important that the Friends of West Newton Meeting be aware that we are part of the world Quaker community, that we have a responsibility to learn about friends in other parts, and this can be done in local meetings as well as among yearly meetings. And I would add, as well as through organizations like Friends United Meeting, Friends World Committee, Friends General Conference, various other Quaker conferences and gatherings, to see how Quakers are at work in this world, both individually and collectively. We are not alone. We are part. Romans 12:5, Paul says, so we, though many, are one body in Christ, and individually we're members of one another. So here we are in some ways today, even representing a bit of the worldwide community of Quakers in this small gathering. We're not all in the same geographic location. I mean, we have friends from Florida, we have friends from Iowa, we have friends from that far off northern region called Elkhart. And yet here we are, together in worship, together in fellowship. And it's a blessing, I think, that to remember that and to hold each other in God's light and love during this time, not alone, but always together. As the old hymn says, in Christ there is no east or west, in him no south or north, but one great fellowship of love throughout the whole wide earth. It's a blessing to be with you this morning, to worship, and it's a blessing to be united with friends around the world on this World Quaker Day. Well, as we come to the end of our time, I'll remind friends we're starting a book study in a couple weeks for folks who'd like to. Prophetic Healing, Howard Thurman's Vision of Contemplative Activism. It's a new book by Friends United Press. It's a short book. And we'll be meeting on Wednesdays at 2 in the afternoon. I have copies for some folks who said that they were going to participate. If others want to, just let me know and I'll send you the link. And you can get the book through Friends United Press bookstore or even on Amazon. So are there other things that friends would like to share before we dismiss? Dismiss sounds like an odd phrase in this gathering.
Well, just a thought that looking at the array of colors we're sporting in our attires, simplicity obviously is in the eyes of the beholder, and how we practice it is driven by our opinions and our desire for comfort. And I'm most curious, did the panels go up? Did the stained glass panels go up, or did they go back into storage?
As far as I know, they're still in the basement where they were discovered. And that's been over 20 years ago.
Well, God bless our inconsistencies in thought.
Probably a good way to end. God bless us, as Tiny Tim says, everyone. So hope to see you next week, if not sooner.